What's up, guys? Welcome to a very, very late but back on the horse episode of Poll Rundown. There's a poll running! Visit poll booth, let's do it. This poll it's got a lot of interesting stuff with it. So let's just jump right into it. The very first thing is something that's not so important anymore, but at the very beginning of Court Beast was a very important thing. Instanced fighting, because of all of the world DDoSing, and whether it be DDoSing or disconnecting, the worlds are unstable, so it's tough to hold a world, and especially if there are folks running around DCing worlds, this is a big deal. So the ability to do it is great. I think it's very expensive, but at the very least having it is a good idea. I don't see a big downside to this. It's a money sink, and right now really most worlds are you can find a world at Corp pretty reliably, so definitely yes to this one. Should a subtle animation played indicate when the Elysian Spirit Shield effect is activated? Again, one of these cool indicators that we're getting with old school. I like it, much like the Barrows sets getting their sets have some animations. It's good times. Should the Armadillo crossbow be graphically reworked? Yes, please. If you want to see it, please do check out the design. It is really cool. I recommend everyone who has the I guess the boneheaded theory that this isn't old school. Take a look at your Bando sets, take a look at your Armadillo sets, take a look at any newer armor, especially stuff that came out with God Wars, and say, is that really old school? Dragon boots certainly don't look like rune boots, addy boots, all the preceding boots, so there is room for improvement in graphics, and this certainly doesn't have particles, it certainly doesn't have anything ridiculous, so throw that notion of this isn't old school in the garbage, and get the Armadillo crossbow some love. It really does need it. Should the special attack of the Armadillo crossbow be reworked? This is one of those, this is part of the question that I'm going to refer to the dev blog about, and I'll go ahead and again, let me just dig this up real quick. I realized upon opening this poll that I completely forgot what they were thinking of changing it to. But here it is, or is it? Here it is. Oh, it's not here. I guess this is just like a... No wonder I didn't remember it. So this is just, I guess, asking if we should rework it? I'm not really sure. I'm rather confused now. I'm looking at the dev blog for this poll, and there isn't any sort of, like, should we rework the special attack? So I guess this kind of just got thrown in. Should the special attack be... Oh, it's graphically. I'm an idiot. Yes, sure, why not? Let's cut, start over. It's too late. I have to stream in 4 minutes. We gotta go. Should Nightmare Zone environment be graphically reworked? Wouldn't be a bad idea. It looks pretty bad. I don't see why not. And again, that logic of I want the JMods to spend time on important things. Guys, we have a graphic artist. We have for a long time, whether it's Alfred or now Ghost. We have a guy whose job it is to do stuff like this. Let him do his job. This is an important question, stops a lot of luring. Should we lower the alchemy value of the Blessed Spirit Shield? Blessed Spirit Shield is acquired by using a holy elixir on a spirit shield. Then you get the halfway point to one of the sigiled spirit shields. And the issue with it is that it protects over god swords. That's kind of ridiculous. It's not that good of a shield. It shouldn't protect over god swords. People are getting lured, losing their god swords, blah, blah, blah. Yes, 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 yes. Should a back door be added to the Lumbridge Castle kitchen to give access to the recently added shortcut? Sure, just make it even more easy. Whatever. I'm voting yes. That one I'd rather not talk about. That gets into an easy escape argument. Whatever, let's just vote yes. Should the click zone of wyverns be increased? Yes, right now they're the skeletal wyverns. For those of you who are unaware, they recently got buffed. Their drops are really great, so lots of people are killing them, and they are hard to click. Increase their click zone. Hooray. Should an empty option be added on the coal and gem bags when the bank interface is open? Yep, makes sense. Don't have to empty your coal and gems into your inventory. Instead, empty them right into your bank. Should the right-click check Slayer Gem and Slayer Ring be made usable when the bank is open? Yes, I love these these options of making things usable while you're inside the bank, whether it be equipping things or stuff like that. It's one of those things that'll save you just a little bit of time, but also, is just kind of makes sense. Among those other things should be a way to cancel your task through the NPC contact spell. But we'll get there. This isn't in this poll, but maybe in the future. Should the colors of all imbued rings be tweaked slightly to be made more distinguishable from standard rings? This was actually an update that happened initially when rings were allowed to be imbued. So yeah, sure, why not? It actually became so strange that when I went to DK's the first time after having an imbued Zerka ring for so long, I was like, why is the color so strange? It's because they actually did have distinguishing colors. So, no reason we shouldn't do that. Why the hell not? Should you be able to queue up a plank make spell like you can with alchemy and superheat spells? Yep. Just bring it in line with all the other magic spells. Makes sense to me. And for those of you wondering, plank make is one of the fastest magic training methods in the game. It's just not so viable in old school because of log and plank prices. Should packs of 100 times Eye of Newts be added to stocks of shops that currently sell Eye of Newts? This is one I'm voting no to just on instinct. I don't really know the market for Eyes of Newt, and again, that's very bad of me for not looking that up. But when we've added packs in the past, it's been nothing but bad. So the game is working without the packs. I'm okay with not having them. Moving on. Should the Priest in Peril requirement on being assigned Bloodveld, Necreal, Aberrant Spectres, and Abyssal Demons be removed? The 4 monsters are now available in the Gnome Stronghold Slayer Cave. This is a pure thing, as far as I know. I wish I had looked at the result of the poll first, because I'm not really sure if there's any, like, hey, everybody get it all up in heat about, I don't think there's any sort of, like, I don't think Priest in Peril gives you any defense XP or anything like that. I'm just going to check on it really quick, because if it does, that could affect some things, although as far as I know, 1 defense peers who do Slayer, who get their Slayers to 99, as far as I know, it's not really an issue. So, yes, Priest in Peril doesn't give you any sort of XP like that. It does give you some prayer, but it's very little. It's 1,406. Not sure why. But there's no reason that this shouldn't be removed. Alright. Should a right-click option be added to the Family Crest Brothers to change the gauntlets? Yes, that's actually something that in RS3 should have been changed a long time ago. The Family Crest gauntlets are the goldsmithing gauntlets, the Chaos gauntlets, and I'm forgetting the name of the cooking gauntlets. Is it just cooking gauntlets? I guess it is. Why not? That's a really long dialogue tree that you have to go through every time. So yes, absolutely. Should we remove the dialogue at the entrance to King Lathis' training guide to make entry less click-intensive? Why not? Very simple, although not that necessary because you only are at King Lathis' training ground like once ever. Should the game's necklace have an option to teleport to Tears of Guthix, requiring the quest to be complete? Sure, that would actually make Tears of Guthix viable. I could get some runecrafting levels. Nice. Should Hans be able to tell you your old school time played? This terrifies me, but yes, go for it. Moving along very quickly with these last ones. Should the Iron Man chat icon be visible in chat? This is an interesting one. I'm not so sure about it. It would be kind of annoying. But I'm going to vote yes because I like Iron Man and I'd like to know if your account is an Iron Man without me suspecting you of lying. Excuse me, I am sick, by the way, so sorry about that. I'm sucking on a cough drop at the moment and it is not helping. Should the default stock of Recipe for Disaster items be increased from 5 to 10 if you have completed Recipe for Disaster? This would not affect the food chest. Sure, why not? Again, there's no overpoweredness to buying 5 rune gloves at a time, or maybe a bunch of Barrows gloves at a time. I'm assuming Jagex will still raise the price of the item as you buy more and more. I'm pretty sure the Recipe for Disaster is affected by that, so no problems there. Should the Zami Spear attack animation be worked to use both hands? Yes, this awkward just like reach out and poke with your freaking arm is ridiculous. I want that lunging stab awesomeness. Should Iron Man accounts be permitted to buy scrolls of redirection from Nightmare Zone? I don't know why they couldn't before, but yes. And finally, second to last, at least, should boss kill counters be removed from the game filter? This would mean they are visible when your game chat is set to filter. I'm okay with that. It's nice to know every time you kill something that you're increasing your kill count, but there is a lot to do with bossing that you want to have filtered out, so I think that's a nice little change. And lastly, should we add packs of 100 times olive oil to Razumir's General Store in Morton? This will allow many more players to take part in the Shades of Morton minigame without the stock running out. This is a more important question than you think. The answer is yes, and the answer is yes because the Amulet of the Damned, which actually didn't pass, so I think this is not even important. But if it were to pass, this would have been important. So yes, not that this is, again, this isn't a big issue. The Amulet of the Damned causing more people to do Shades of Morton and be in that area of the game would have been nice, but this is already something that anything that makes Shades of Morton more accessible for more people is a good thing. So I'm voting yes. I'm chunking my vote in. That's not even an expression. Thank you for watching another episode of Poll Rundown. Happy voting. See you guys in the next one.